Thank you for joining us to learn more about Simpson College's Master of Arts in Teaching. This is a career changer program. So if you already have a bachelor degree and you want to become a classroom teacher for junior high or high school, you're in the right place. This is not a program for current teachers. So this is not a Master of Arts in Education. But if your dream is to become a teacher and you're currently doing something else and you already have a bachelor degree, then the Master of Arts in Teaching is for you. So Simpson College was founded in 1860, and you can see the Indianola campus there, the residential campus. It's just absolutely beautiful, really all times of the year, and has a very rich history. So date back to 1860. Now our graduate programs, including the Master of Arts in Teaching, is supported by our West Des Moines team. So we have a West Des Moines campus near 22nd Street. If you're coming down the freeway, you may have seen our flag or seen our sign before. And West Des Moines is also home to our adult bachelor degree completion programs and our online programs. Now in the MAT program, you also have some coursework that's in the evening in Indianola and some field experiences and obviously your student teaching. But you do get to see a little bit of everything in terms of our campuses and our course formats. So for an overview of the Master of Arts in Teaching, we'll talk about what you can do with the degree, why Simpson, our areas of endorsement, program highlights, program requirements, and the application process. What can you do with an MAT? So secondary licensure for 5th to 12th grades. So the master's program is 42 graduate credits. If you earn a master's degree, at most schools you start on a higher salary schedule. So from the time you would begin teaching, you would be at a higher pay level as a teacher with a graduate level degree. So why Simpson? So Simpson is known for producing outstanding educators and has a lot of relationships then with schools throughout the state and beyond because of that. And the way the program is designed, you go through as a cohort. So you'll have a small cohort, build relationships with your faculty members and with your peers. And it's a collaboration that is similar to what you'll experience professionally as a teacher, collaborating with other teachers at your grade level or in your discipline or even multidisciplinary teams. So the experience and expertise of our MAT faculty are two of our hallmarks and differentiators. So we have very experienced faculty members who have a lot of relationships with the nearby school districts. So they're not only your faculty members, in some cases they're also your classroom mentors, following you to those field experiences and checking in on you while you're student teaching. So our program is designed with evening and online coursework so you can work while you're earning your MAT. It's possible to work full-time the first 18 months of this 2-year program. And then in the last piece of the program is when you're student teaching, and that becomes your full-time job and your full-time focus. So course format, we talked about a little bit. We start each fall with one evening course per night, or sorry, one weeknight course per semester. And then in the spring, you have one evening course, one night per week in Indianola. And in the summer, we typically have one face-to-face course and one fully online course, which gives you the opportunity to kind of travel or do some special things with your family or friends during the summer. Start to finish, 2-year program, you begin student teaching in just 18 months. So applying theory to practice. So learn, do, and reflect is the model. So what you learn in the classroom, you will do or apply in the classroom, and then you'll reflect on how that went and how it could even go better in the future. Classroom connections, Simpson has relationships and proximity to both urban and rural schools, so there's opportunities for diverse experiences. These are our broad areas of endorsement. So think of your area of endorsement as the subject you want to teach. So there are different undergraduate majors that fall within these broader categories. So for example, you may have an English degree that falls in the language arts area. You may have a biology degree that falls into the sciences. You have a Spanish degree that falls into world languages. So these are the broad areas of endorsement. When you submit your transcript to us, we'll be able to tell you, Do you have what it takes to satisfy this area of endorsement in terms of to become licensed in that area? Or might you need a course or two to get where you need to be, or in a better situation for employment? So for example, language arts, you may be missing a literature class that you would need in order to teach literature or language arts to middle schoolers. So we'll look at your individual transcripts and what you dream of teaching and help you know if there's a gap in there. And then if there is, we'll help you find the appropriate course. Program requirements. So to be eligible for the MAT program, you need to have a bachelor degree with a minimum of a 3.0 grade point average in coursework in your area of endorsement. So if you were, for example, a biology major, you would have needed to have at least a 3.0 GPA in your biology major courses. So there is a path to getting a teaching license without the master's called T to T, so our transition to teaching, and that does allow for a little bit lower GPA in terms of the eligibility requirements. So that's a 2.75. Step-by-step admissions process. Step one is to submit your official transcript so that we can start looking at it and talking with you about how this program would work for you. Provide 3 references, academic and or professional. Need to pass a background check. Now, you likely know that in order to be a classroom teacher, you would need to pass a background check. So we're going to make sure you can pass it before you start the program so that you would be eligible to teach. And in order to student teach, as you can imagine, you would need to have a clear background as well. Interview with program director. So let me first tell you a little bit about Dr. Marci Han. She is the director of graduate programs and education at Simpson. She has her education. She has her Bachelor of Arts from the University of Nebraska in education and her master's in education also from the University of Nebraska. She did her doctorate work at Iowa State University. So she has a PhD from ISU. And her experience in the classroom and as an administrator also helps her bring that to our programs. So she was a high school English and language arts teacher in Anamosa and Ballard, South Sioux City. And her career includes 8 years in secondary administration. So think about roles like principal and vice principal and administrative roles. She has that experience that she can draw upon when working with you as well, if that is your dream, if your dream is to become an administrator at a middle school or high school. And she has 13 years of service at Simpson College. So the reason you interview with Marci is to make sure that being a teacher is really what you want to do. So you need to love kids and you need to have patience. If you've not been around a lot of adolescents lately, they've got a lot of energy, they've got a lot of ideas. And you need to be comfortable in that dynamic. So sometimes you'll hear teaching talked about as a vocation or calling. Dr. Han wants to make sure that you really have a heart for teaching and a heart for kids, and that this is going to be a good fit for you. And she knows from her experience sort of the conversations to have with you about why do you want to become a teacher? Like, what's driving you? And she can also share more about the field and more about the program, and you can decide together, like, does this seem like it's a good fit? So that's the purpose of the interview. Graduate tuition for 2021 at Simpson College is $555 per credit plus a $7 technology fee. So that's easy to remember, $555 per credit. And if you have any additional coursework you need to pick up for your area of endorsement, that would be done at the undergraduate level. So that is a lower per credit hour rate. That's $405 per credit hour. And then there's a $7 technology fee. If you were in a fully online course, that's $23. So it would be $435 if you took the credit hour plus technology and online fee. Financial aid, you do want to apply even as an adult for the FAFSA. It's how you get access to loans and other, information and possibilities. The exploring loan forgiveness is also something that you'll be interested in doing. So this is teacher shortage areas in Iowa. So this list changes from time to time, but you can see, for example, We have a shortage in science teachers. We have a shortage in world language teachers, a shortage in business teachers. So you can look at that. There's also areas of the state that have a greater need for teachers. Some rural districts that don't have enough teachers or don't have a teacher in a specific discipline. And this is a way to explore loan forgiveness for your investment in graduate school to become a teacher. So we're getting close to the finish, but want to step through this slide for just a moment to talk about our support for our graduate students. Personalized advisor, someone who has your dream in mind, your schedule in mind, someone who can help you if you find yourself needing to take a pause or off track. So personalized advisor, academic coaches. So if there's a subject that's difficult for you, or you just want to know the best practices and how to study, so great study skills, learning how to learn, recapturing the joy for learning, one-on-one academic coaching in person or virtually is a fantastic benefit of being a Simpson student, and there's no additional cost for that. And 24/7 online tutoring, it's our tool, current tool is called Smart Thinking, and that's available. So if you're up late at night trying to work through something, you may have an opportunity to tap into that resource. And career services. So when it's time to find that first job in teaching and you're preparing your resume or your CV and you're preparing for interviews, our career services team can work with you one-on-one to make sure you are, putting forth your best. We have a rich alumni network. Lots and lots of outstanding educators have their degrees from Simpson College. Personalized instruction, we've talked about a little bit. Individual attention is also embedded in our mission. So learn, do, and reflect is the model, but with very individual attention for you. If we were in a live session, you could ask your questions right now. You still do have the opportunity to do that. We have live chat on our website. We also have, you can reach out to our admissions counselor. You can schedule a one-on-one virtual meeting. You can schedule time with Dr. Han. So we really encourage you to express your interest to us in the MAT program and to get started learning more. So time to get moving, especially if you are interested for this year, because again, we have a cohort and it starts each fall. That being said, if you are interested a year from now or 2 years from now and you know that, we can already start working with you. So it's a fall start, like kids back to school for the MAT program, but we're ready to talk to you whether that's for a start this year or whether that's for a future year. And keep connected. So keep an eye on our social media and #OneSimpson. And thank you for investing time and watching this video to learn more about our Master of Arts in Teaching program. And so go after that dream. Being a teacher is your dream, go after it.